There is a powerful animal out there. It is as high as balls on cocaine, and it's terrorizing the locals. This is Cocaine Bear. Before we launch into the review, I must first state that I love me some low-concept B movies, and especially the ones where the entire premise is written in the title. Movies like Snakes on a Plane, where Samuel L. Jackson's character, Neville Flynn, is an FBI agent who's on a plane full of venomous snakes that are released in order to kill the witness he's escorting. Or Sharknado, where a tornado filled with sharks have Ian Ziering and Tara Reid playing Finn Shepard and April Wexler, respectively, have to navigate a shark-infested Los Angeles where people are killed in the most ridiculous of ways. Or take, for instance, Rubber, where a killer tire with psychokinetic abilities blows up people's heads. These films promise everything outlandish in the title, and some more. There's a certain expectation going on in these movies where, if they deliver on their one-note premise, they'll instantly achieve cult status and start manufacturing a fan base. So when it came to Cocaine Bear, I wanted to see an hour and 20 minutes worth of a bear high on the devil's dandruff, killing everyone in her path. But I found out right away there wasn't going to be enough nose clamps to keep me awake through this screening. The plot is simple. A cocaine runner flying over northeast Georgia drops a shipment of cocaine in the forest. But before he can parachute down with his merchandise, he hits his head on the door and falls out, plummeting to his death and leaving several keys of coke to be discovered by anyone, or anything, walking by. And it's discovered by none other than a black bear who gets a taste of the booger sugar and naturally demands for more. In a fit of cocaine rage, she kills a hiker. Also discovering the bricks of Colombian Bam Bam are a couple of kids, Dee Dee and Henry, who've ditched school to paint a waterfall in a park. Dee Dee's mom, played by Keri Russell, knows pretty much where her daughter went and goes after her. When she gets to the state park, she employs the help of the inept park ranger, played by Margot Martindale. O'Shea Jackson and Ray Liotta are a couple of drug dealers who also find themselves in the park looking for their lost shipment. And the cops are somewhere in the bushes as well, after they found the dead cocaine runner's body in a local neighborhood. But they all soon find out that one character's MacGuffin is a black bear's party, and it's searching for more than the Bandito Blanco. Unfortunately for them, they are all in her path as she comes crashing down off her highs, and she has the munchies. And that's it. That's about as good as the plot's going to get with Cocaine Bear, which is fine. With these kind of films, you're not looking for them to change the world or connect with on a deeper level. You want balls to the wall crazy, each scene outdoing the last. Kills so egregious and dumb, they're funny. But just like the cocaine runner's failed delivery on the party chalk, Cocaine Bear fails to deliver the goods on all fronts. There's not enough laughs to call Cocaine Bear a comedy, nor enough scary moments to call it a horror. It just exists, thriving on name alone and hoping the parts where a bear whacked out on nose nachos are enough to take the audience to the next scene. But the bear is hardly in its own movie. Most of those scenes with the bear are fun to watch, like when it's climbing a tree to kill Henry, but it gets a whiff of the snootin' tootin' good time on a man in the tree next to them. She climbs up that one instead, killing the man with one of the movie's gnarliest deaths it provides. But that's about as much level of horror as you're going to get in this movie. The humor wasn't there either, and none of the jokes really landed. I might have found myself snorting twice. Once during the ambulance scene where the bear, super high on the Bolivian marching powder, chases down the ambulance and kills everyone on board. It is an insanely hilarious B-movie situation you wish the rest of the movie was made of. I Just Can't Get Enough playing in the background was a little too on the nose for me during this scene. Honestly, will it hurt a movie like this to play some fucking metal? You know, some Slayer's Angel of Death would have been perfect over this scene. In short, you pay for the theater of the absurd on a film like this. But with Cocaine Bear, it's cut with too much filler, making its highs mellow and grounded. It plays it safe, never going off the rails like you want it to. And that's why it fails. What you came for is a black bear hunting for some forest bump, but oftentimes, you're left with a bunch of people trying to get from point A to B without any direction. And by the time you get to C, you understand that the director, Elizabeth Banks, doesn't know how to end her film. Cocaine Bear should have been a slam dunk, but never leans into the B-movie horror genre like it should. It has too many characters and too many subplots to wrap up. It would have been a better movie if it was strictly Dee Dee and Henry's adventure, who keep coming across these incompetent adults who are getting eaten by a strung-out bear. Cocaine Bear is a movie you hope is full circle good. You know, where it's so bad it's good, but ironically, it's just bad. Rule number 1, if you're going to have the word cocaine in your title, is don't be so boring that you're putting the audience to sleep. It's a straight-to-streaming movie, and that's where I feel like you should wait for it. Perfect for when you want to take a nap because you skied Party Mountain a little too hard the night before. And before I end this review, I would just like to say one thing. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. I'm outta here.